Yeah, so that's where. Oh, ding dong! Who's that?
Who's this?
Oh, hello! Oh, look, it's David Gray, the bent piano player. Oh! Alright.
I thought it was going to be Columbo. That would enjoy it. Ding dong!
My wife loves you. Yeah. Hello. Oh, I don't believe it. Look who's turned up, Karl.
Do you want to do Rockbusters, Steve, now? Can we
Okay, listen, with the whole Rockbusters thing, I don't want to be responsible for bringing it back. So, I think we should put it to the vote. You should email in. We'll give people 5 minutes to email in. I'll take a straw poll. Do you want to see the return of Rockbusters or not? We're leaving it to you, the audience, to decide.
Okay, Steve. I guarantee it's going to be a landslide. They are all going to want it. But why have we ever trusted our listener? We know what they're like. You've just described some of them with a bloke in Waitrose and Columbo's wife shitting herself. So that's the sort of people that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was weird because the Waitrose guy did ask for my autograph before he was hauled away. So maybe he is a listener. But all I'm saying is maybe the posters have drawn in some fresh blood. There's some people who've maybe not heard Rockbusters before. They're the ones who probably vote for it. Anyone else who's heard it before, surely they're not going to see the return of that. No one wants to see the return of that.
What's the number?
No, that's email only. We don't want to speak to these freaks. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
I know the fact we don't want to speak to these freaks. We work with one of them. God.
Yeah. If you want to see the return of Rockbusters, vote yes. If not, no.
Tone it down a bit. Let's not do 3.
No, it's got to be 3, otherwise it's too easy.
Oh.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Alright, just choose the best one.
Right.
The Seeker from The Who.
Brilliant.
Classic rock.
On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
Alright, well, unsurprisingly, the overwhelming consensus is that people would like to hear the return of Rockbusters. I should, however, point out just some of the no responses. Let me see what we've got here.
Is Dickie Anderson calling it?
Sadly, nothing from Dickers.
I think I might make him one of my, hilarious sort of comedy characters.
What do you think he would sound like?
What would he sound like? Sort of probably like that, I think.
Ding dong.
Hello. Hey, it's Dickie Anderson.
I can't believe it.
Your show's rubbish. Something like that?
I mean, I think you should work on them perhaps before
You're saying there's not a lot of substance to these
I'm
guys?
just saying that, you know, once the novelty of the doorbell has worn off.
I don't think you understand comedy on radio, Steve.
I'm not sure I do, but
to be honest. Listen to Noel Evans, listen to Moyles. You'll see you don't need to riff with it. It's just, you just do the doorbell and just say they're here.
Right.
That's all you need to do.
Sure.
So, that's the main thing.
Well, so we've had a couple
I'm
of
thinking of some
responses.
more characters as well.
We'll keep working on those.
Yeah.
Marcus has emailed, he says no to Rockbusters. He hasn't heard it, but it sounds rubbish. Believe me, you couldn't be more right.
Well, does The Office sound good as a title?
Right. This is someone else. Don't bring back Rockbusters. Please can we have more Holy Fook?
You're not pronouncing it right, Steve.
I know, I was just a bit edgy there.
Holy fuck, the little Chinese fella. Holy fuck, the little funny Chinese fella.
No, okay, alright, well, otherwise, Karl, other than those few negative ones, most people want to see the return of Rockbusters. So, do I
go on then.
tell people what the prizes
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Are these the prizes?
Yeah, they're the prizes.
Alright, let me have a look. We got the new album from Goldfrapp. What's this one here? Oh, I've no idea. The Yardbirds. A new album from the Yardbirds. On VHS, Coogan's Run, the show where different characters make an appearance each week, including, I think, Pauline and Paul Calf. Good stuff. Who the hell wants this? Meglos, a Tom Baker Doctor Who edition. And the only decent thing really in the collection, other than Coogan's Run, is the X-List, the double CD featuring lots of current indie favourites. So, not bad little selection there, Karl.
Yeah, well, if you are new, you haven't heard it before, I'll sort of give a cryptic clue, and then some initials.
I'd say it isn't cryptic. It's like, what am I thinking? That might or might not be the initials that I'm gonna say. That's how you gotta think, really. Yeah. But go on.
Do you want to remind them of any that spring to mind? Just as a...
Exploding Pet was Atomic Kitten, doesn't really work. What else?
I fell down in a puddle in Texas.
I got my legs wet. Knelt down in the puddle, got my legs wet. Wet Knee Houston doesn't work either.
Wet Knee Houston, Whitney Houston.
Jamaican, swinging a fish round. D-Trout Spinners doesn't work in the slightest. Doesn't work in the slightest.
That's how they work. So, there's 3 of them, you email in. So here we go then. Number 1. The gingerbread man has only got 1 leg. Right? The gingerbread man has only got 1 leg.
Got
the
it.
initials there. LB. LB, right? Okay. Second one. These people from the East Midlands swear a lot. Alright? These people from the East Midlands swear a lot.
These people from the
East Midlands swear a lot. The initials TTD. Right? And, the third one. Have a holiday in Italy. Right?
So you've done 3 then?
TB is the initials on that one. So quickly again, the first one, gingerbread man's only
Yeah, I've got that one as well. I've got that one. I got 2.
These people from the East Midlands swear a lot, TTD. And the third one, have a holiday in Italy, TB. Email in with what the songs are and you win that stuff. ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Hang on, it's not the songs, it's the artist, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, just
Oh yeah, like he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Email only, please, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
we got that going.
Yeah, looking forward to the
Brilliant.
answers on that.
Bit of feeder would be good, wouldn't it? Wow, Rockbusters. The results. You've had a few real answers, proper answers, I hear. So, either I'm wrong, or people do think like you. I've got 2 of them. What are the clues again?
Right, first one was, the gingerbread man has only got one leg.
I got that.
That was LB.
Limp Bizkit.
Right.
Yeah,
the
that
third
works.
The third one that I think you worked out.
Yeah.
Have a holiday in Italy.
Cheering Breaks.
TB, chewing breaks.
Yeah, this is the one I can't get. If there's a reason why I can't get this, we're not doing Rockbusters.
Can I give the answer to this one?
Yeah.
What's the clue?
The clue, these people from the East Midlands swear a lot.
Yeah. TTB.
TTB.
The answer?
TTB.
Yeah, go on.
Give the clue again?
These people from the East Midlands swear a lot.
Tourette's Trent D'Arby.
Right, you're never doing Rockbusters again.
Alright.
I love it. Placebo and Bitter End. I don't want to contradict you, lads, but it's not. We've got a full hour to go on the Ricky Gervais show on XFM 104.9. I am Ricky Gervais, the aforementioned Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Rockbusters.
Oh, ding dong.
Oh, who's that? Oh, it's a posh bloke who doesn't care about poor people. Hello, posh bloke, what are you doing? I'm in my Rolls Royce, and I don't like the homeless. Oh, posh bloke, don't be a... You wanna do this?
Satire. That is satire.
Yeah.
There's nothing like
So it's political as well. I'm getting in
Oh, but there's so
political
many. Don't
things.
even begin to show off. I mean,
I was showing that some foreigners are funny. I got in the fact that, like, if you noticed that Chinese people wear different hats to us.
Yes.
So that's political in a sense.
Yeah.
So,
The thing is, Steve, right, that is like what I imagine Ricky's house being like when people are ringing the bell. Because they're all so different, it's got a little...
he's obsessed with all my friends being slightly different to each other. I've never understood it. He goes, there's no thread to them. All my mates have got a thread running through them. I was in literally after they walk out of the home.
Yeah.
But what do you mean my friends are all different?
Well, that could be... it wouldn't surprise me if I was round there and the bell went, and I said, do you want me to get it? And he said, yeah, and I opened it, and it's, you know...
what, holy fuck?
Holy, yeah, he's at the door, right, and then I'd say he's busy, close the door, bell would go again, then you got the little gay fella.
David Gray.
Yeah. And then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not really, no.
Cause he's met some of my friends and he looks at them in a weird way. I mean, some of them are weird, but, he's just... Oh, the other night, right, he's got a thing about Robin, my mate Robin, right, who's a lovely bloke, right, he's going, I can't be handling him, he talks too much, you know, Robin sort of goes, and he talks really fast, and he's sort of riffing all the time and that, and because it does me head in. Why is he talking like that? And, I said, Karl going for a drink. I went, he went, Robin's not gonna be there, is he? I went, no. And I was there with, Johnny, and, I'd set him up. I knew Robin was gonna be there. Robin comes in, sits down and goes, hi. I go, alright. Karl goes, I'm going. And Robin sort of looks at him. I went, oh, don't be stupid. He went, no. And this is in front of Robin, who's confused. Karl goes, points at him, he goes, I said, was he gonna be here? You know I don't like him. And Robin just, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
Appalling.
It was unbelievable, Steve. And Robin sort of looked like really genuinely sort of upset. He goes, well, shall I go? I went, no, don't. And Johnny went, oh, Karl, he's a lovely bloke, right? And Karl went, well, no, you know, I'm less annoyed at Robin now, who's done nothing.
No, of course.
Than you. And I went, look, just have a chat. He goes, no, it's not worth it. You know, and Robin was going, right. I go, Robin, stay. He went, no. So and I made him stay. And in the end, they were getting on, weren't you?
Well, yeah, in the end,
I can't believe, what were you thinking, Karl? What kind of a despicable man are you? That's
why am I
of
the
all
bad
the
one?
things you've done,
Hang on a
that
minute.
is terrible.
Why am I the bad one when it's when it's Ricky's fault that we were both there anyway?
We all understand
But it's
the
a public
rule
place.
is you don't say to someone in front of them, I don't like this person, I'm shooting off.
I don't think I said it like that.
You did, you
I
said,
wasn't
you
surprised,
said exactly like that. Yeah, and he was like genuinely confused, and he was sort of like sitting there thinking, "Oh, do I have to take this? What have I done?" And he was upset anyway. He just done a show that didn't.
You
know.
are one of those typical Mancs who are arrogant and they swagger around the place like, I don't need anyone. And I'll tell you this, if you ever lose Suzanne, you are going to be one lonely man, I'll tell you, because you make no effort to maintain your friendships.
You say these sort of things that he's saying to you about Liverpudlians, and I'll tell you what, I've never met a Liverpudlian as rude as you.
You're like the Oasis brothers, you know, Larry, loud, rude.
No, but I said no, Robin's alright. I had a chat with him. He was a bit quieter the other night. He was fed up. I said if he's fed up all the time, I'd be happy.
I said.
He's fed up because you've just insulted him.
And he said he was alright, he didn't talk much. I said when he was upset because he'd been in the show and stuff, he said, well, tell me next time one of his family dies, we'll have another drink.
I don't know what you're like, Karl. I don't know what you're like, mate. You are I just think you're, the more I get to know you,
You're
the more
not a
I
good
hate you.
mate with him. You would like taking the fun out of his little thumbs that he's got.
Yeah, but that's my squeezing his head to you, isn't it? I've got different mates with different parts of the body.
Yeah.
I like to squeeze your head, I like to look at his thumbs.
Hungry Heart from the Boss on Radio 2, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington, and of course Ricky Gervais.
We don't mean the boss on Radio 2, we don't mean Leslie Douglas.
No, sure.
That was Bruce Springsteen.
I don't think anyone was making that having that confusion.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Just you.
Just in case,
Yeah.
okay.
We were doing, about 20 minutes ago, Rockbusters, special New Year's Rockbusters, 3 clues, 3 bands or artists. We've had a number of responses. It really worries me when people get this right.
Well, I was worried that I got it right.
Well, I don't know what it says about our audience. It's like, why are we bothering? We may as well just shoot off. They'll be happy just watching the tumble dryer going round.
I know. Well, Karl, come on then. What are the clues again? Here we go.
Right, and so, there's 3 clues. First one, the initials were, FF, right? And that was, if I've got snails and croissants and baguettes in my palm, right? That's like the clue. What band or artist is that? Think about it, right?
Go on then.
The initials were FF, that's, Franz Ferdinand, right? So like,
Whoa!
like Franz Ferdinand, it's kind
Franz Ferdinand.
France, because it's like, oh, that's what they eat over there.
Should be
snails.
French, really. There's no, you can't say France
in
food,
your hand,
can you?
so France.
French food in hand.
French food
I've
in hand.
never heard of a band called French Food in Hand.
Well, a lot of people got it as
I
well as
know,
on the
but
text,
French
so.
Food in Hand, what are they? What label are they on? What label are they on?
Just French food in hand, so you got that, right?
French Food in Hand, yeah.
Second one was, my granny's taking a penalty, right? She better get the ball in the back of the net.
Go on.
NM with the initials.
Yeah.
Try and work it out. Your gran, that's your nan. Ball in the back of the net, that's Nana must score it. Right? Nana must score it. Right?
Nana Muscori. Okay, I'll give you that one.
And who is it? Nana Muscuri.
Nana Muscori.
Yeah, so that,
Nana Muscuri.
right, so that works. And then,
No, it doesn't work.
Then
No,
the
it's
final-
close enough. It's close enough.
the final one was, the initial was A, right? And, the clue was, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and giraffes and all that sort of stuff. What am I? Right? Well, I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu. No, I got it.
I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu.
So that works as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, no.
3 good clues as always there.
Well, not really. Couldn't really call them cryptic, but
Well, I'll give it to David Lyons of Aylesbury,
first one in.
Buckinghamshire, Franz
He got 'em all.
Ferdinand, Nana Muscuri, and Amazulu. Well done, David.
he gets the Kylie collectibles, which is what is it?
some Kylie collectibles.
Live signed
There's some
stuff.
signed
and
stuff on there. Some more. I hope he's a Kylie fan.
We're throwing a signed extra DVD and some flammable stuff as well.
And then Monday, get straight down some kind of clinic. Have your brain examined.
Alright, bit of Kate Bush.
Kate Bush, King of the Mountain. Must be a song about the Tour de France or something.
Yep.
Wear a helmet. Always wear a helmet.
Good advice. Now, as you mentioned earlier, Rick, last week we had a spokesperson from the Church of England who was offering a spot at some kind of Manchester church for Karl to do a sermon, educate the kids on the Bible and all things religious. We've preempted that. We're first instalment in the first hour, and it was very slow.
You've got to be quicker. If this is a Brit, I mean, that was nearly longer than the real thing.
Yeah,
That, I mean, you
you're turning people off
yeah,
religion.
I mean, God only took 6 days. Do you know what I mean? And
but-
you were pushing that.
But this is what
And he made it. You were just talking about it.
but this is what vicars do, isn't it? They drag it out. This is their living. If
They don't
rushed
drag it out. What do you mean?
When you go to church,
What do you mean if they rushed it, what?
well, they wouldn't have a job, would they? So you've got to make sure you do everything that needs to be
You
told.
reckon they're
and that-
milking it, do you?
Well, just a little bit. I mean, you said that, not my words. But yeah, that's why I can't, rush it. You've got to tell the story, haven't you?
Oh, well, you need to get the Old Testament out of the way, because we're not even on to the New Testament yet.
No.
We've only got an hour and 10
Well, I'll
minutes.
just do it right.
Jesus hasn't even made an appearance, and he's like the star, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, we're all waiting for him to make it.
Yeah, he's like Brad Pitt coming in.
And I'll tell you, this, at the moment, it's a bit like the film King Kong I went to see. 3 hours long. It's 50 minutes before Kong makes an appearance.
Well, exactly. Let's get to the main event. Come
get
on.
JC on there.
I can't now. Anyway, just where we left off, just in case you've just.
Can I just
tuned
say,
in.
it's just,
Don't recap.
I'm just saying that Jesus is the main event because it's the Church of England. There are other religions where he's probably not as high up.
He's not as featured as
It's
probably.
not. No, he'd be third on the fourth on the billing.
No,
Right, go on.
all I'm saying is we left it where Adam and Eve had kids. They were arguing a lot. The kids didn't listen to the
Well,
mum
they
and
weren't
dad.
arguing a lot.
They did. They had a bit of an
The
argument.
kids did, yeah, but Adam and Eve didn't argue, did they? They were loving it. They were having a great time.
Well, no, not once they ate the apple.
I'm an atheist, and I'm trying to help him out.
Can we get on with it? Because we're just recapping what we already got bored over
Yes,
here.
come on! Get on with it!
I'm just saying.
Oh,
So the kids didn't listen to the mum and dad because they had a criminal record and that for nicking the apple. The kids were running riot. They were not bothered. So let's pick up.
I'd like to apologise there. I'm just going to say, it really isn't worth complaining. He doesn't know what he'd get off. In a court of law, he'd get off. He's got, I don't know, he wouldn't be culpable for his own actions.
Come on,
'cause he's an
even
idiot.
I'm getting bored of this now.
Okay.
Right, so, God, he got to a point where he's going, it's all going wrong, right? People are doing what they want, Adam and Eve aren't listening, all the rest of it.
No, he gave them free will.
I've got
so
to do
the story
something.
goes,
Please,
oh,
Rick.
this is making me ill.
So, anyway, right, so he said, how can I get rid of all the badness and that? So, he made it rain, right? It rained for ages, people got sick of the rain and that, right? Cleaned it all out, right? Before he did that, though, I forgot something that's quite important. He met up with this bloke, Noah.
They met up over a coffee.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he said to Noah, look,
Get an umbrella.
I like you and that. Here's a little job for you.
All I'll say is buy shares in galoshes.
Yeah.
Words
no,
of advice.
I don't want to give anything away, but you get a boat.
Yeah.
And
said-
get a big boat.
He said, what I want you to do, right, make this boat up. He said, and when you've done that, go about, right, and get 2 of everything. Right? So, it
Man
was
and
like,
female.
that's a big job, isn't it? Right?
Man and female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you know, because do you know I always say I always put myself in the situation of the person's job and that.
Yeah.
I was thinking I can sort of sort out a man elephant, man woman and that. I wouldn't know how to do it with a spider. What?
I don't know why he brought on spiders. I do not know why Noah brought on spiders, because he missed an opportunity there. Get rid of all things like that. Get rid of the spider, and get 4 flamingos or something. Or get 8 chimps. Let's use the space wisely.
But the weird thing is, right, with the spiders as well, because he did get the spiders on, didn't he? It rained, right? It rained for ages, like, what was it, weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Raining that. So, and then he let out a bird, I think it was a raven.
No, it wasn't.
Right, come on, let him finish.
No,
It wasn't a raven.
This is finish!
This is a
Okay.
fact. He let a raven out, right, and he didn't come back. So already his system had broken, because he
Oh,
only
I
had,
think-
he only had 1 raven left then, right? So he was like, oh. So, he said, right, he left it a couple of days, he sent a dove out.
Oh, that's it. That's what I know. You've been more than me. I'll say. Sorry.
well,
Is that what he did? He let a
yeah.
raven out first, did he?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
never
the
trust a raven. Always give it to the dove.
dove came.
Don't send a raven to do a dove's
I
job.
reckon the Raven found another arc, an unofficial arc that was just like a party arc.
No, look, come on.
No,
Come on.
right. So the dove came back.
Yeah.
So he said, right, there must be dry land somewhere. Right?
Okay.
So anyway, he was like, let's just hang about.
Why do you think that?
Because it found a twig or something.
Exactly. Say what you. Why could that be the top of a tree though? Why could it? How did he know that?
Don't
Rick,
know.
if you are going to add to this, we're never going to get it done.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right, so there was mud everywhere because the water went down. Mud everywhere.
Where did the water go?
Shut up!
Where did it go?
Shut up! We haven't got time to go
It
into
doesn't
that.
make sense. If the whole world was flooded, where did the water
We have not
go?
got time for this.
Where did the water go?
This is mental.
Did they refreeze the ice caps? What? Tell me. Is it? It's got to be
Didn't
specific.
say it was a kid's Bible, wasn't it? It wasn't going in depth. It just said the water went away. Right?
Where?
It floated off. Oh, I can't be bothered.
ELO, we've had an email here. It says, stop rambling and get on with it. How about some ELO? Well, there it is. And he asked us to dedicate it to his wife Fiona McCallum, and that's love from Penji or Pengi or Pengu or something.
I've got to realise that if we didn't ramble, we wouldn't have a show.
this is it.
This is what we do. When you've got Karl opposite you, there's nothing out. It can't be done.
Put on a CD if you don't want to hear the rambling. These people who email into a radio station go, play some ELO, we'll put a CD on. You must have the greatest hits of ELO. If you want to hear it so much, why are you phoning up a radio
Well, I
station?
think it's more the education. You know, he just wants to tell his
Yeah,
wife.
but, you know,
so
do it on a better show.
What than this?
Yeah, there's gotta be any. In the second hour, we've got more stuff to give. Third hour, my goodness me, we've already got through the second hour. We got more stuff to give away. We got what else we got? We got Monkey News.
Oh, Monkey News. That's what the nation's waiting for.
But plus, Karl, we got more of your biblical retelling.
French food, you know. On 88 to 91 FM. This is Radio 2 from the BBC. Radiohead, they're there. Like everything they ever do, that's grown on me more and more. That is brilliant. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Well, you know what it's time for, don't you? Oh, chimpanzee that Monkey News.
It always gets me, that jingle. It's a joy. Once more, please.
Well, Karl, do you reckon you could sort out, do other people have real jingles with their name on it and don't have to say who's in the room, what's happening, and do their own jingles?
Well, Christian's got one for it. For Monkey News that he does.
Why is Christian doing Monkey News? I don't understand this.
Because he did it ages ago.
So you ripped it off of
No,
Christian?
I haven't ripped it off. I said to him, I said, there's enough Monkey News to go round. Right?
But hold on though, I don't want cast-offs. I thought this was your idea.
Well, let's not do it. But what's
No, but
new? Come on,
wait.
what's new?
What?
There's Monkey News out there. I mean, if he wants to have a meeting in the week and say, well, this is the news I've got, the way I see it is, he can do it in the week. He's doing, like, the news at 10 type Monkey News. We're on a Saturday. We're like the, Jeremy Paxman Monkey News night. We look at stuff more in depth.
Well, you can very much get behind the Monkey News, it's true.
Yeah.
You sort of interpret it. You give it your own spin.
You're the man behind the monkey behind the news. I mean, I know that.
Yeah.
But ours isn't called Monkey News anyway. It's sort of generic term like the news, but ours is called Chimpanzee That, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's seen a bit of Monkey News in it. So are we doing it or not?
Well, I've got no reason to stop doing Monkey News.
He probably played Radiohead as well.
Well,
Should we not do that?
I said that David Attenborough did Monkey News before all of us. Do you know what I mean?
But I personally don't listen to Christian because I don't get up that early. So, I'm missing out on a lot of Monkey News.
I mean, I'm not
saying, I'm saying I don't listen to it because I don't get up that early. I'm not saying it's a bad show. My point is this. There's a lot of people I imagine who don't listen to, Monkey News in the week. Perhaps they miss it or they're busy. It's nice to have a little kind of omnibus Monkey News at the weekend with Karl Pilkington. So that's what this is.
So we're doing it then.
Let's play the jingle.
Oh, Chimpanzee That Monkey News night.
Excellent. Good. So, we'll sort of get some monkey experts on maybe next week to dissect it.
Right. You ready?
Yeah.
Right. There's this monkey. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's called Jack.
Yeah.
Right. I got pally with this bloke who worked in a railway station.
How? Pen pals?
I don't know, I didn't say all that. I'm just telling you. I'm shortening it.
Chat rooms on the internet.
So, anyway, he's helping him out all the time. It's this fella's job, right, to, sort of make sure it's safe for the trains to come in, that sort of thing, right? But he's always working on his own, so he's got his mate Jack in with him, right? This little monkey.
Yeah.
And, they're having a good time. They share lunch together and stuff like that. Anyway, it gets to a point when the fella whose job it is, right, starts getting old. And Jack, the monkey, starts getting more involved.
Presumably this is a chimpanzee as opposed to a monkey, you mean? When you say monkey, it's generic term, you mean chimps usually, don't you?
Yeah.
Go on then.
So, he's clocking the fella doing his job and he's thinking, I can do this, right, the monkey.
I love it.
Yeah. He's helping out, he's, pulling down the levers and stuff, so the train's sort of coming on the right lines.
Sure, yeah.
He's clocking it, he sticks his head out the little window, see the trains coming and that.
I hope British Rail are listening.
Yeah.
Right? In the end...
Oh, yeah.
The fella whose job it is, he lost a leg for some reason, couldn't work anymore.
Lovely.
Gave Jack the job.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
The railway company are happy with that. I'm sure they interviewed a number of people, but he was the best monkey for the job.
And that's good, isn't it?
Well, it's not true.
Right, once again.
Well, it's not true. Don't hand Steve a piece of paper that someone put on the internet who is probably a bigger mentalist than you. That's not proof. It's not true. At no point did a railway company give a chimpanzee the job of signalman.
It was ages ago.
What?
Steve, when was it? It was
Before-
about
before
18,
trains,
19,
probably.
wasn't it?
Well, it's in the 1880s.
Yeah.
According to this piece of paper, which is what you've based your monkey news on. Now, of course, I think ITN and a lot of the news channels, they tend to get lots of independent confirmation of their news before they give it out as fact. But you've got an email from someone, so let's assume that's real. It says, for this, Jack was officially put on the railway payroll, earning 2 cents per day and have half a bottle of beer on Saturday. That's what we pay you, isn't it, Karl?
He doesn't even get the beer. Oh, dear, he's not allowed to drink, are you?
Someone emailed in actually and said, Karl, some years ago, did you die? And they took your face and transplanted it onto that of a chimpanzee. It would make a lot of sense.
I've never seen you. He always has t-shirts right done up and long sleeve. I bet he's hairy under there.
Yeah.
I bet you are hairy because you have to shave right up to your eyes. You're one of them, aren't you? And I can see the growth, and it comes out the top there. Are you really hairy underneath?
Pretty hairy.
Are you really?
Well, what's up with that?
You're a humanzee, aren't you? That's why you're fascinated with them, and why your IQ is sort of about 80. I think you might be. I don't mean there was any. I think it was a genetic sort of throwback.
Well, you're pretty hairy. Look at your arms.
What? Just look, give me that banana and shut up. Play a record. That's mine. Cheering breaks. Average Man on XFM 104.9. Well, nearly another show over, Karl. You know, I've got a squeaky chair there. Why don't you sort that out? Have it oiled. What do you do in the week? Do you know what I mean?
Can I just nominate a woman that annoyed me today?
Go on.
On the tube. I got off at Piccadilly Circus. The sign says mind the gap. Big sign saying mind the gap. Voice on the tannoy says mind the gap. Woman steps over the gap, goes, oh, that's dangerous. I was livid. I was just annoyed. I wanted to slap her. There's always one in there every day. So as you walk down the street, I just feel like I want to squat certain people out the way. Squat them out the way.
We went into this little restaurant me and Karl. Was it Thursday? And we're sitting down there, and it's busy outside, and we go to get at the back. She went, "That's no smoking." I went, "Yeah, we're not gonna smoke." So we sit there right at the back. Right? We get there, and there's just there's two women, right? And I'm sitting there, and they light up a fag, and I go to Karl, "There's meant to be no smoking." He went, "Yeah." So I went, "Well, it's the principle. The rules are there." He goes, "Rules? You say twat, muff, and shit on air. Never mind rules." I went, "Well, they've annoyed me now, right?"
Yeah.
So the waitress comes over and he goes, "Oh God," he puts his head down as well. I said, I don't know why I said it like this. I went, I thought it was just no smoking."
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
She went, "It is, yeah." And I went, "Right, okay, well, that's smoking." She went, "Oh, well, you'd have to move then." I went, "What?" She went, "Do you want to smoke?" I said, "No, I don't want to smoke." I said, "They're smoking over there, right? Try not to." And she went, "Oh, well, I told you." I said, "No, I don't want to smoke. They're smoking." She went, "Oh, right," and I got them moved, didn't I?
See, that's
What a
it.
little snitch.
Yeah.
But it annoyed me.
Do you worry though that someone's going to look around and go, "It's that Ricky Gervais off the telly"?
Yeah, well, I can't complain now. So if I go in, I get bad service. I can't complain because I think, "Oh, look at him. He thinks he can complain." So I have to do it secretly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But oh, there was oh God, right. People come up to me, they recognise me, and they give a lot of us, and I don't mind it at all. I don't know, I never know what to say, and I'm always, I say thank you very much, I say love the show, whatever, I say of course, and that's great, and they're polite. And I was in the pub the other day, and I was just with Johnny, and people had been coming up, they go, "Do you mind if I said, no worries at all, yeah, that's absolutely fine," right? And then this group came in, about 20-somethings, right? And they're a bit pissed up. And this woman comes up to me, right? And she stands there, she goes, "Ah, right, we like you in our house, right? But you're not as good as Paul Calf." And I went, "Oh yeah, Steve Coogan." I said, "He's brilliant, isn't he?" She went, Yeah, you're not as good as him." I went, "Oh, well, it's not bad to come second to, is it?" And then, because I did that, she went, "Ah, no, you're great. I've just done my dissertation." I went, "Oh, right, well, it's in nursing." She went, "Yeah." She went, "Ah, right. Anyway," she went, "Can I have a hug?" And I went, "Well," she went, "Can I have a kiss?" I went, "Well, not really. No." And then this woman wanted to take a photo. She went, "Oh, you were so nice on the BAFTAs." I went, "Well, I am being nice. I'd rather, I don't know you." And I was like, oh God, it was embarrassing, right? And then, so I took a picture, right? And then she goes, "Anyway," and they sort of dragged her away, and they sort of dragged her away. And then, I was going, "Oh God, I've got to go now, because they're over there." I said, I can't stand it, I don't mind. And, she came over and she went, "Ricky," and she sat down, and I went, "I'm going." and I had to go. And then I was with Johnny, and Johnny went, "Oh God, I've left my bag there." So he had to go back to go back. She's going through the bag.
Oh.
She went to me, "You bastard! I'll never effing watch you again." I thought, well, alright. I don't know what to say, really.
Nice of her to clean up her bad language.
Yeah. Well, she
Family
knew.
pub.
I know, she
No,
knew.
I got no time for it. I just think it's
I know.
out of order. You know, I mean, this whole sort of notion that if you're a celebrity, you're public property. I discount it. They go, people, you know, what you hear people say, "Oh, it's me who put you where you are today." And I think, well, yeah. Thanks for watching, but we made the show and everything.
I know.
We put it on the TV. It's not like if you get a plumber round, he does his job and work for you. You don't go around his house and hassle
But
him.
it's not, I don't seek it. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't phone up the, but you know what I mean? I don't try and get on the telly and everything, and I refuse to, I don't go to showbiz parties, but I refuse not to go to the pub with my mate, and I just seek out, there's fewer and fewer pubs, and I just go to the quietest, you know, one old bloke and a dog, and it's sort of like...
But most people are really...
I love it,
brilliant.
honestly, people who come out and they're polite, and I chat, I say I love the show.
It's like
it's alcohol, yeah, I know, it's just, oh god.
They mutate into something, you know,
and they just, they don't understand, of course they don't, you know, they're not,
But to me, it's the same people who behave badly in the cinema. It's just this breed of person. It just, I mean...
I know.
Can I put them in room 101?
Let's do that next week, shall we?
Well, we're all having a moan.
Yeah, go on.
Tell you who's annoyed me this week.
Go on.
If we're making it a little feature.
Go on.
David Blunkett.
What's Blunkett been up to?
Is reading yesterday.
His dog's not been around your house again.
No.
Causing trouble outside.
He's put a stop to people having sex outdoors.
What do you mean? What's up with that?
If he had sight, would he have stopped it?
See you next week.
I thought we were not trying to offend anyone.
Heroes by David Bowie on Radio 2. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Stephen Merchant.
Hello there, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year indeed, and across from us, the little fellow who presses the buttons because, to be honest, we can't be bothered.
Yep.
Karl Pilkington.
How would you describe Karl Pilkington for people who didn't hear the show last week?
For people who didn't hear the show, Karl is, and he won't want me saying this, because he won't fully understand it, one of the most stupid men I've ever met.
Yes, that's absolutely right.
He has a perfectly round head.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. You can see pictures of him. Go to rickygervais.com. We've put up some photographs, just snapshots, and honestly, his head looks like an egg.
It's not an issue though, is it?
What?
We're on the radio. Doesn't matter.
They're just trying to, you know, paint a picture for people though, Karl. It's important.
In fact, I have painted a picture. You can go to the BBC website and you can, I think you can win that if someone hasn't already.
But can you download it as wallpaper for your computer? You can. So if you want to see a cartoon representation of Karl, then there it is.
It's an original signed by me. I mean, it's not Damien Hirst.
No, sure.
But, I mean, I think it's pretty accurate, Steve. I mean, to people who can't see it, but you can see a real photo or but that's, Karl Pilkington, one of the most stupid men alive. You know, some people still think that he's an invention.
I know.
He think that we invented him and we give him lines and stuff, as if we could do that. What, and we shaved his head as well, and made him live in Manchester for 20 years. It's...
People who've not experienced Karl before, hopefully there'll be plenty of Karl, later in the show.
Well, actually, we've got Karl doing a sermon.
Brilliant.
For, the Church of England. It's been requested, by the Church of England, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And, I actually went and bought him a little Bible, right? He did have a Bible. He said the Bible's too heavy, it's got no pictures, so I bought him a children's Bible, which is embarrassing asking for that in Waterstones,
yeah,
for a start. And, even that was too much for him. He was going, there's 200 pages. I mean, the writing, the letters, the font was about, I'd say, half a centimetre high, right?
Yes, yes.
And, but you've read it, have you?
I haven't read all of it. I just got some of the highlights.
So
he only gave it me the other day.
So we're doing the history of religion, are we? Coming up.
What do you mean?
Well, what do you mean, what do I mean?
No, I'm just doing a little taster. What the problem was, right, last week...
What do you mean, little taster? What are we trying to sell Bibles? It's the
No.
biggest selling book in the world. They don't need it. I thought you were going to do a message, a New Year's message.
No, but it's kind of been forgotten about a little bit, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because of Harry Potter and
yeah,
stuff
you
like
say
that.
the Bible these days. It goes, what's that? What do you mean, the Bible?
No, but I'm just saying, there's probably, you know, a lot of people out there who've sort of gone, oh, you know, it's an old book, and once something's been around for a bit, you don't sort of visit it. It's like...
So this isn't Harry Potter we're talking about. This is the Bible.
Yeah, I know, but...
It's still very popular, Karl.
But this film's out. Do you know what I mean? There's films that have been and gone, and it's like, oh, no one's talking about it anymore, I won't bother.
So you're giving the Church of England a little bit of boost.
Yeah, why not, yeah, it's Christmas.
Excellent, that coming up. Well,
Last week, like I just asked, last week, on the show, we were, talking about the gift that you'd arranged to, for your girlfriend.
how long have you been going out with her again?
think it's about 11 years.
11 years, your life partner, he got a gift when he left his old job of a camera. He didn't even unwrap it, he just passed it on straight away, like, passed the parcel to his girlfriend. We were giving him some stick. Everyone, about 90% of people phoning and saying, you are a skinflint, it's awful. How did it go down?
She loved it.
Did you tell her?
Did she love it?
Yeah, I think she likes it,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, she didn't really have a go on it. I was playing about with it on Christmas Day.
Brilliant.
Showing her how to use it and that, and said, you know, she's paid for a holiday for us to go away. I said, take it on that, use it. She's loving it.
Did you tell her before you gave it to her that you'd got it as a leaving gift for your previous job?
Yeah, just before. I mean, I wasn't going to, but because of last Saturday, you sort of put a bit of pressure on and stuff, and I went off and bought her a watch.
Nice.
'Cause I thought a little extra.
One of those ones with a little
present.
calculator on? From a Texaco?
No, it's alright. It's like a little square Art Deco, the fella said it was.
It is nice, I've seen it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no,
So
but
she-
And how did you tell her when you came in with the big news?
What about the
that you
camera?
hadn't bought the gift?
I just I said, oh, you said you wanted a camera, didn't you? And here's one I got from work. Anyway, here's another one.
Right.
So I just sort of told
Fudged
her,
it.
but moved on quick.
Brilliant.
fine.
And also, you gave us the devastating news last week that just before Christmas, your mum's budgie died. How was Christmas in your household? Was it?
Little bit down. Little bit down, you know, with any death, it's always sad, isn't it, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Particularly budgie.
Well, I mean, how long she had it? Probably lasted about 8 years or something, which is pretty good, isn't it, for a budgie?
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Came unexpected. It wasn't ill.
Right.
And what I spoke to her the other day, and I said, you know, how's it going? Because on Christmas Day she was down.
Yeah.
Been calling her up every day. And I spoke to her the other day and said, you know, how are things? And she said, well, the other bird that's in the cage, she's got some sort of parrot that's in the same cage as it.
Right.
It's been a bit down.
Sure.
It's missing its mate. So what she did, she kept a few feathers from the budgie that died, right? She got a rock, a couple of sandwich fasteners, stuck the feathers on the rock. The other bird's happy now.
Wow.
Now I know that your mother explains everything.
And if you ever die, we just get a tennis ball, stick it on the end of a broom, she'll be happy.
Handbags and Glad Rags by Rod Stewart. That would make a good theme tune.
Brilliant.
Wouldn't
And then it would work really well, perhaps on a DVD. presumably that would still be available in the shops. Great for any, you know, New Year's vouchers you've got.
You're listening to Ricky Gervais on Radio 2 with Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. So good Christmases, yeah, all round.
Definitely for me. Had a great time, yeah. Carl?
It's alright.
How does it rate with, what did Suzanne get you?
She got me, you see, you were having a go at me about giving her, a camera, right? Which
Was
I
given
can
to
use.
you, which was second hand.
It doesn't matter,
Essentially
it doesn't-
second hand.
It doesn't really matter that bit. But it's a present that both of us could use, right? And you were making me feel bad about that. That's why I got her a watch,
Yeah.
right? Which in a way I can use because I can say what time is it.
Sure.
But
Chico time, innit?
but the thing is, right? She got
Not
me
anymore.
she got me a little printer.
Oh, yeah,
Brilliant.
that's good, yeah.
Well,
What, you mean a little fella who works in a print shop?
just a little printer to go with a computer and that. But for me, again, that's a present that, you know, we can all be using.
You are so ungrateful.
It's not that, it's just that, you know, when, it's good when you're a kid, isn't it? When Christmas is all about, like, your presents.
What did you want when you were a kid? What's your best present you ever had?
There's a few things, I mean, one that I always remember one Christmas, right? It was the year when computers first came out.
Right.
And there was one called the Sinclair Spectrum that I wanted, right?
What year are we talking? 80?
Must be 80, 83, 84,
Right,
yeah. And, anyway, I think my mum and dad's got me one. It's, you know, it's under the tree in a big box. I'm thinking, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
About the size of a computer. Brilliant. Anyway, Christmas Day comes, you know, I couldn't sleep and all that, excited like you are as a kid.
Yeah.
Get up, open it. It's not the one I wanted, right?
Really?
It's not the Spectrum, it was a ZX81.
Okay.
Right? So I thought, well, I've best not show that I'm disappointed in that. You know, even as a kid, you have sort of, you know, that thing of
You've
saying-
lost that, now you say, oh, it's not what I wanted, Suzanne, but go on.
yeah, but you know, so I sort of, you know, pretended I liked it and that. I thought, oh, just play some games on it. I'll just get on with it, right? Anyway, I try and load.
Sure, even as
Yeah,
a kid he had the
was
weight of
a
the
bind.
world. I know.
His parents have saved up for it.
Look at his frown lines. Look, he's frowned since he was about 4.
Yeah.
Look at those lines.
Right. So, yeah, but this is why. You'll understand in a minute when I tell you the end of this story.
Go on.
So, I load up a computer game, which used to take about 10 minutes.
Was
right,
it on cassette? You had to load- oh, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a fax machine, doesn't it? Yeah.
Right? Anyway, it wouldn't load. I was thinking, what's up with this? Is it broke? Right? And I kept trying it, And my dad sort of, my mum used to get up early to open the presents with me. My dad got up at about midday, he couldn't be bothered. Right? Anyway, he comes down and
so telling. This
I
is
know, the picture he paints is
I
so
know,
heartbreaking.
it's like Alan Bennett or something,
Yeah.
or Dickens.
Yeah, or some of those kind of 60s back, like Kathy Come Home, sort of, you know, really
in sync dramas.
So anyway, so I'm there, right, getting frown growing and that.
Yeah.
Trying to read this book, thinking, why isn't it working? So my dad has a look, and he goes, oh, you're missing a bit. I said, what? He goes, you need a RAM pack, right? Which is a bit that you put in the back of it that gives it extra memory.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do you
need one of
mean? I'm like, what do you mean? It's Christmas Day, right? And we're talking about the days when, like, Tandy wasn't open. It wasn't open for days.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like now, by lunchtime Christmas Day, everything's open again.
Yeah, sure,
right?
yeah.
Then, you had to wait about 2 weeks. Everyone, like, had a big holiday and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, God. I actually started to be sick, right, with frustration.
Oh no!
What?
Well, how old were you? How old were you?
Do you know, like...
How old were you?
Well, like I say, I don't know, it must have been about 8 or something.
Oh.
But that thing of like, what, it's Christmas Day and I can't play with it, and I had to wait for like 2 weeks, what have you, sat over the kitchen sink, sort of going, stressing out. Hated it was a rubbish Christmas.
Wow. I love the idea of you going,
Stress, isn't it?
What did your dad say?
He just sort of said, look, calm down, we'll get you one when the shop's open. And it's like, yeah, but 2 weeks, isn't it?
I have never heard anyone being sick from stress.
Oh, poor little kid, just so stressed.
I don't know what to say to this guy. I mean, as soon as Christmas is over, pop in somewhere, get yourself checked out. Steve, I don't know how you pronounce his surname, Steve Toes or Steve Toze. He says, admittedly, this is the worst quiz ever.
It is the worst quiz ever.
He's still got the answers.
Nice one.
And he also says, say hello to my Mrs. Amy, who's up the duff for Christmas. Lovely, a wonderful poetic image.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Appropriate as well, you know, baby Jesus born this year in something or other.
Don't be going into that.
Why?
Well, it's, you know, BBC and everything, you've got you know, there's a lot of people out there, different religions and that, let's not talk about little baby Jesus and that.
Why not?
But you can talk
Just
about
best,
Jesus.
just leave it.
Well, we've just been saying Christmas all the time. What are you talking about? What have you been reading?
I'm just saying.
This is like last year when I was at the Christmas dinner table with my parents, and my sister is religious, I'm not, and we were arguing about Jesus and the meaning of Jesus, and my mum said, will you stop arguing about Jesus? It's not the time. I was thinking, well, this has got to be the time. I mean, there's no other time than his birthday.
No, I agree with you. It's,
1 and 2. I think the time to talk about Jesus is Christmas and Easter. That's pretty much the big two.
No,
isn't it?
it's popular at this time of the year, but I'm just saying it's best. You know, there's other people out there. Do you know what I mean? We're going out to...
But we're talking to everyone. It's just, we just happen to be here at the Festival of Christmas.
Right, yeah. Well, happy Christmas to everyone, that.
Play a record, Carl.
Seth Lakeman and Fight for Favour, one of my favourite songs of the year. Isn't that beautiful?
It's very nice, yeah, I've not heard it before.
On Radio 2.
Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington, Christmas Eve. You know that already, I don't know why I'm
We're giving gifts. We're giving the gift of song.
Yeah.
And chat.
The gift of chat, the gift of Rockbusters.
The gift of
gobbledygook.
The gift of Karl.
Yeah.
To the nation. You cannot buy that. You can't bottle it. I'd like to see him bottled.
That'd be ideal.
Like a little frog.
Pickled in a jar.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. He will be one day. He will be in Ripley's.
Yes.
One day.
Yeah.
And they say he used to walk round amongst us.
Exactly.
It's quite normal. But, let's not forget why we give gifts.
Well, yeah, just to cheer people up and that.
Yeah. No, it's because the wise men gave gifts to the baby Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's why.
What would you have got the baby Jesus? I'd have probably got him tokens. And let him decide, because it's very, you know what I mean, you don't want to get anything, you know, and then he doesn't like it, he wants to take it back.
Well, I'll tell you, in a recent poll Waterstones did, the favourite gift for children was Flanimals. Still available?
That's so outrageous. That's so disgraceful. It's Christmas Eve.
What would you have got in then?
Probably extras on DVD. I don't make any money from Flanimals.
Yeah.
I like the fact that, one of the wise men turned up with gold. And the other two, frankincense and myrrh, which as I understand it is what, it's like incense or something? Incense or perfume?
I don't know.
I believe that's what it is. But I just love the idea that one of them, they've all got together, they've gone, okay, now guys, we're not gonna spend more than 50 quid each this year, alright?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. So what have you all got? Before we go in and see him, what have you all got?
I spent a bit more than 50.
What are you talking about, man? We just said we weren't spending, we were just gonna whip round
Just got him
cheap, like a token.
No, I got him some gold.
Can't believe it, what?
Well, I'm trying to make an impression. He's the son of God.
I didn't know, but we only got I got frankincense.
And what did the other fella get?
He got myrrh, and I don't even know what that is, and I'm a wise man. He'd have been, surely one of them must have been furious.
Is myrrh still popular? Gold still very popular.
I hope so, because this is what my grand's getting this year.
Really?
Yeah, lovely.
Well, that's why we give gifts.
Do you know, like, how he got them gifts? Right?
Yeah.
Little baby Jesus.
Yeah.
Were they for Christmas or his birthday?
I don't know.
Radio 2 indeed. You heard the Pogues, Fairy Tale of New York. One of the best Christmas songs ever. I think the best Christmas song ever, and one of the best songs ever.
Absolutely. No, there's no question.
It's brilliant. Do you like that, Carl?
It's alright, yeah. It's
good. Yeah.
Enjoying yourself, Carl?
What, being here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, we're getting looked after and that. I can't believe, like, you know, the amount of food and that we've got here. It's mental.
Yeah, mince pies, fruit, it's all going on.
Just like a little harvest festival going on.
Yeah.
Where you take the pineapple chunks for an old lady.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going alright. I mean, I've been sort of listening to Radio 2, you know, the last few weeks, enjoying it and that, and sort of, you know, making sure we get the show right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We want it to fit into everybody else's shows and that.
Oh yeah, this fits into everyone else's show.
I've been thinking.
Oh yeah, this is great. This show, this is perfect.
Listen again, of course, on bbc.co.uk/Radio 2.
But something that Wogan does, right, on breakfast, Terry Wogan, right? He does this little thing called Thought of the Day.
Yeah.
And I thought we could carry it on. I've like a little.
What, you're gonna do it?
Just have a little thought.
Well, if you ever have a little thought, please tell us, and we'll put it up on the website.
Oh.
You want to do thought for the day?
Yeah. It's a big feature, isn't it? He does it in the
Have you got one? Have you got a thought for the day you want to do, or are you just gonna, when I put,
Well,
alright, well, okay, well, no, alright, well, let's have a little jingle. Have a little jingle.
Okay, I don't know what the jingle is, I
know, but just make something up.
Listen to Radio 2, the Ricky Gervais Show, with Thought for the Day, with Karl Pilkington.
Right, well, thanks for having me, right?
Brilliant.
Just like to say, you know, it's Christmas time. Just, you know, cheer someone up, have a laugh with them, make the day and that. So, happy Christmas.
That's it.
That's your thought for the day.
You don't need to mess about. You know what I mean? Just if you can do that today, yeah, I'll add that. If you can do that today, cheer someone up. Right?
I mean, this is quite sweet. Karl is quite sweet. You know, I think I give him, I don't know, not child rights, because children are a lot more intelligent than Karl. I don't know, sort of, I suppose animal rights? No, no. Because they're
no, but it's
well, I mean, you see, the thing is, Wogan normally has on, a priest, or a rabbi, or a thinker, not normally the modern equivalent of, you know, Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah,
so,
no, but I've been busy, I haven't got time to, they sort of drag it out, they have like a fable or something, don't they? Cut out all that, right? Because, you know, they've got a lot of time on their hands when they're...
Vickers?
Yeah, just, you know, when they're in their house.
Well, not Christmas, it's their busy time as well, I'd have thought, Christmas, Vickers. Do you think they only work Sundays?
Well, yeah, again, you know, I'm always a bit worried because I don't want to have a go and that, but, you know, they do alright for themselves, they get given that house to live in and that.
No, well, it's the house of God, you don't actually get to keep it.
It's not a house of God, they live next door to the house of God.
Right.
That's the house of the vicar. They usually live, joined
the house of Barrett.
Yeah, the house of Fraser. Yeah. No, the vicar lives in a little vicar's house, little vicarage, and that's usually joined onto the house of God. Yeah. You don't get those addresses mixed up. He doesn't get all God's mail and he's going, ooh, for you again.
Well, I mean, you've heard now the way that Karl's mind thinks. You've heard over the last hour and 25 minutes. We've got these, Coldplay collectibles and stuff to give away. If you have a question for Karl, okay, you've seen the way he thinks.
Brilliant.
A question that you want to ask him, you want to get his opinion on something, you might want to get his opinion on, the supernatural, on, you know,
civil rights.
Anything you want. Just get his mind work, because he loves to learn, he loves to be educated, he loves to ask questions. You can text them in, 88291, you can email them in, gervais@bbc.co.uk.
This is an example of how Karl thinks. Once, me and Steve were talking to Karl, and we told him that, they're gonna be able to bring back a mammoth soon, bring a mammoth to life. He went, you're joking. And we thought, oh, that's interesting, is it? And then we realised, I said, what do you think we said? He thought we said man moth.
A man moth.
Right? Yeah. And we said, what were you thinking when you thought it was a man moth? He said, I thought of a little moth with a fella's head bumping into a lamp.
Stevie Wonder on Radio 2. I wish. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington.
You wish you were Stevie Wonder.
I'd love to be Stevie Wonder.
He's great, isn't he? Well, Karl has started offending everyone, as we
Brilliant.
thought. But we've got to explain, Karl does, I mean, he honestly means no harm. He does these things that...
What bit?
What?
What for said?
Well, this is from Reverend, Gwyn Owen from Stockwood.
Yeah.
A vicar, okay? When I'm tired of being a vicar and working 1 day a week, maybe I'll become a DJ and do bugger all a week.
And that's a vicar swearing.
Yeah, you made a vicar swear! That's how infuriated
Well, hang on a
you
minute,
are!
Why does he listen to the radio if he's busy?
He's done you, Reverend.
Oh dear!
No,
Anyway,
if you have a
thank
question
that.
for Karl, we're going to give away these Coldplay collectibles. If you have a question that you think will really pique his interest, really make his mind work, then you can get in touch with us, and the best question will win those Coldplay collectibles and a few other odds and ends we got knocking around.
Buy it in bottles, Richard Ashcroft on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Now listen up, right? It's the Sony Awards this Thursday. Now, for those who don't know, the Sony Awards are like the Oscars for radio presenters and producers and everything, right? So, and as you know, me and Steve, we love to win. We want to win this one. This is the last time the panel will be listening, so I want a good, clean, tight show,
Okay.
right? So no swearing, joking aside, no swearing, nothing controversial and nothing in bad taste, alright? Just good luck out there.
Aren't we a little bit buggered then?
Well, yeah. So, alright, Karl?
Yeah, that's alright. It's just when you say things like, you know, make it a good one. Sometimes it sort of puts a bit of pressure on and things slip out that you shouldn't say and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever had that?
What, when you can't?
It's like, I'll tell you one story, right? I'll tell you a couple, actually. That one's just come to mind right now, right? There was a fella who my dad was gonna meet. I don't know if I told you this before, right? But, I have told you, when it was a party, and everyone was saying, Dave's coming, he looks like Ken Dodd, but don't say anything, have I told you?
yeah, go on, what is it again?
And, everyone's like, right, and my dad's like, I've never met him, I wonder if he does look like Ken Dodd, and everyone's saying, yeah, but don't say anything.
Yeah.
Because you'll accidentally, you know, say it, and...
Young Bunctious, you might go, Young Bunctious to meet you.
So, the thing is, when this fella turns up, he did look like Ken. My dad couldn't believe it. First thing he said, nice to meet you, Ken.
Oh, no.
His name's Dave. And that's the sort of thing. There was another one, right? At a station that I worked at in Manchester, right? There was this girl who worked in the newsroom, right? And, she had a plastic arm, right?
Right.
And this presenter, nice bloke, he didn't, you know, he's not out to hurt anyone, went up to her, sat down, was chatting for a bit, touched the arm, said, what lovely skin you've got.
What did she say?
I mean, she's probably used to it, so she wasn't bothered. And then, right, this is brilliant. This is a sort of gaff he made on air, right? And like I say, he's a nice bloke, so he meant nothing by it, right? But he does this competition on the air, gets a caller on, right? And, he's talking to the woman saying, you know, thanks for calling in and to play, I don't know, what have I got in my pocket or whatever they used to play on the show, right? And, talking to the woman, in the background there's this noise, right? Like that, right? So he's talking, and he goes, have you got a, pet parrot? She said, no, it's my Down syndrome kid.
Oh, dear. Oh.
The thing is, awards don't matter.
No, I don't think so.
Play record?
I don't think so. So, we're not out to offend or annoy.
Appropriate words there. That's the Smiths and Panic. Don't worry about it, Karl. People know that you haven't got a malicious bone in your body. So, they know it's confusion. Don't worry.
No, it did happen, so it's
I know, yeah. So, what have you been doing this week, Steve?
Well, I'll tell you what, at the beginning of the week I was, incredibly annoyed by Karl.
Why?
No, because I remember you had a little discussion with Karl a while back saying that, you thought he was lazy at times.
Yeah.
And, you know, you had various criticisms of his work.
Yeah.
And I got a call from him. He said, oh yeah, I should have told you, I had a phone call. Someone said that they were trying to get hold of Steve Merchant to offer him some lucrative voiceover work. Now, you know...
That is money for old rope.
It's money for old rope.
That's about, you're in there for about 20 minutes and it's thousands of pounds.
If there are children listening who are still at school, they should definitely, when the careers guy says, what do you want to do? Try and get voiceover work. Just become a voiceover artist. It is money for old rope.
Yeah.
So I can't believe my luck, because, you know, I love money for old rope.
Yeah.
And, I said, well, what's the information? He said, I don't know. I deleted the message. It was on his answer, and he deleted the message. I said, right, when did the message come? He said, last week. So he took a week to tell me that he had deleted the message.
Why, just because it wasn't for you?
I mean, I don't know how selfish that is, Carl.
No, what happened is, right, I got back off holiday. I was at home.
Yeah.
So I called up my voicemail, right, because I can do that.
Yeah.
Remote access, right, because I've got to know what's going on at work.
Of course.
Called in, it was still my day off, I was going through the messages.
Yes.
Heard one from some company saying, we're after Steve Merchant.
Yeah.
We want him to do some voiceover work.
Yeah.
Right? I can't remember the name of it, but
Thanks.
I thought, right, I'll remember to tell Steve.
A week later.
It doesn't matter, does it? You still got the message, and they
What message?
Yeah, but voiceovers have to be done in the next couple of days.
I didn't get the message. All I got was, there was a company, I don't remember the name, and they phoned you, what voiceover work? How does that help me? There are hundreds of thousands of media companies. You didn't take down a number, you didn't take down a name, nothing.
I was more puzzled why they'd want you to voice anything.
He's having a go
I don't know what.
No, but listen to that voice.
You must be annoyed. You must be annoyed.
I mean, talk about rubbing salt into the wound.
No, but listen to you.
Oh, God.
I don't know how you think, I don't know how your mind works.
Well, I was thinking there must be a tractor sale on somewhere.
What do I care? No, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
The worm has turned.
I don't care if they want me to advertise, you know, the latest designs in pirate fashion wear. I will do a voiceover because it's money for old rope. I don't care what you think of my voice. Someone was interested. They were offering me money. And you decided arbitrarily, oh, they probably wouldn't want it. They probably made a mistake. They wouldn't like the way he talks anyway. I'll delete the message.
No, the thing is, right, I get paid.
Being a girl?
I get paid to sit here on a Saturday, right? Play CDs and that, help out with the show, get you decent prizes. I think I do me bit.
Sure.
Right? It isn't about running your voiceover work.
So hang on, so Carl, let me just get this right. If someone was ever to phone me, right, trying to get in touch with you, to offer you work, you'd want me to just ignore the message. That is what you're saying to me. You'd prefer that I deleted the message, I ignored it altogether. That's what you'd want for me to do. That's what you'd want me to do.
What, someone's calling you for some
Someone's phoned me, they say, oh, I can't, I don't know, I'm a friend of a friend, I've got your number, Steve, I would love to use Karl Pilkington for an exciting sex
scene.
Well,
has it happened?
I'm saying in the future, if it was to occur, do you want me to just ignore it? Is that what you prefer me to do?
Well, it's not like that, though. I did tell you, I told you the message.
You didn't what? You told me a week later with none of the information I needed.
Karl, that doctor called last week, that kidney's ready for that, little girl that you were doing that sponsored walk for. I forgot to tell you. Oh. I hope it's still alright. They keep it on ice, don't they? I think they do.
Selfish, Karl. So selfish. And you've lost us a Sony.
Beautiful. Bit of, Snoop on XFM. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Kicking it with, Ricky Gervais. Yeah. Sweet. Steve Merchant and, Karl Pilkington. What has happened to Karl? Because Karl, I thought, is this sort of sweet little buffoon, almost childlike in his ways. You know what I mean? Like Charlie Brown after some sort of head injury. And now he's coming back like that, having a go at, not caring about voiceover work. It's like, because Heat have written about him a couple of weeks, it's like he thinks he's better than you in some way.
I do care though, you're out of order saying that, right? Because I've sorted you out with tickets for stuff.
He doesn't turn up to.
Karl, I received a phone call, you deleted the message offering me voiceover work, you're as bad as my agent. I'm appalled by it. And I thought we were friends.
At least his agent, when he does it, is losing himself money as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got no comeback. You're still sweet, and to have a go at you've got a mank whine. Right?
Voice. Like
a cartoon Gallagher brother on Coronation Street. I mean, and yes, Steve does sound like a Wurzel, but that doesn't, do you know what I mean? What about Jethro? Jethro does well. Jethro gets on Des O'Connor anytime he wants.
Just has to phone Des up.
And he's on there.
Straight on
and he's whining like a Wurzel as well. So, to say that that is a rubbish...
Alright, apart from that then, what else have I done that's wound you up?
Well, that's a good starting point, because you haven't even apologised.
No, it's a shock, because that's the first time I've let you down. And I didn't really let you down, because I passed on the message.
You didn't. Well, we've been through it. You didn't pass on the message. Saying I deleted a message for you is not passing on the message. I mean, I just think what's happened is that you've got a little bit of celebrity now from the show. I mean, I've seen you being recognised in pubs and stuff, or people have come up and they said, "Are you Karl?" because they've seen Ricky. Now, it just seems to me that you are not keeping yourself grounded. You are just, you cannot deal with fame. You've not got the intelligence to cope with the celebrity, and you're just becoming this kind of ego-driven monster.
Now it's getting.
It scares me, Karl. You're not the man I remember.
Look, I put a lot of work into this on Saturday. This isn't even my proper job, right? Where were you in the week?
Oh, he's got you there.
What?
Where were you in the week? I said, let's meet up, let's, you know, come up with some new features and that. Where were you?
Karl, you phoned me about an hour before you wanted to meet. That is not what I would call. I mean, that is arrogance right there.
That's the way I work.
That's arrogance right there. That's ego right there.
He couldn't go, when I came in, he said, "Where's Steve?" I said, "Steve can't make it." I had to tell him why. Steve was staying in to tidy up because his landlady was coming. This he couldn't get over. He could not get over that you couldn't make it because you had to stay in with your landlady. He talked about it for about the hour when we were working.
What are you talking? Last week I had a bad throat. You wouldn't tolerate that. You wouldn't accept that.
When you had a bad throat, where were you? Why couldn't we do any work then? Because you were at home with your mum and your dad.
You were on holiday, weren't you?
Why didn't you get your mum and your dad to clean the flat?
Oh, he's done it again! He's done you again, mate. Play a record.
How has he done me? What? They live in Bristol.
Yeah, the joke's on you. He couldn't get him to clean the flat. Ah.
I don't know who's laughing at who now.
Right, listen.
Can we just go back to laughing at Karl?
Okay.
Because I know where we stand there.
Okay, alright.
Do you want to,
That's the natural order of things.
I know, yeah.
The world's gone topsy-turvy.
he's stepped out of the pecking order.
Right, well, someone who I don't let down, right, are the listeners of this show. Do you want to, read out the prizes for Rockbusters? We'll get that one in.
Oh, we're not doing Rockbusters again, are we?
Yeah.
Well, it was a shambles last week. We cancelled it 2 weeks ago. What?
It just, I mean, there you are right there, Rick. I mean, both you and I, and let's be honest, we're the guys with our names on the poster.
I know,
It's supposed to be your show, and
our faces.
Exactly, and yet...
we have to be on tube stations with people laughing at us.
Yeah, well, they're not laughing at me, right?
Well, I don't know. What do you think people think of the poster, Karl? Seriously?